Okay, guys, we are back. These are the finals of the RTS-Sanctuary Invitational, Expert Staff Invitational. The finals will be played between TheMista and Ghostlake. As per the rest of the rounds, the first map will be random, with the loser picking map from there. It will be a best of 5, and I think we are ready to go. Looks like the mist is actually chosen random. Okay. If he wants to play random, he can play random.
There's no rule against that.
I personally hope he gets Odin. No, he got Gaia.
Gaia! Yes! Yes, this is the best thing ever. My god. This is the finals of the Expert Tournament. My name is BoIt. I'm here with Zuta. My god, this is the best thing ever. Because Mr. went cocky mode. He got Gaia, he got Anatolia and Gaia against Poseidon. This match is gonna be hilarious. I just wanna also thank Zuta for for putting up the cash prize for this tournament. It is $100 for first place, $50 for second place, and $25 for third and fourth place. So a big shout out to him for running and hosting this tournament. He's crazy good. And also a shout out to all you guys for coming out and watching this game. There's not really much point in doing it if you guys aren't interested. So we're really happy for you guys to be here and support us. I'm able to give you this game and these series and everything like that. So I was just to see what Gaia does. I'm sorry, I'm interested to see what Mr. does in this game. I'm equally interested to see what Ghostlake does in this game. Because one thing about Age of Mythology is that everything strong has been sorted out. And not many people play Gaia. And the reason why Gaia can work is because when people don't play against them, they don't know what to do against them. So Mr. might be able to throw a couple of surprises at us. He's really smart, and I'm sure he's played Gaia before, so we'll be able to do something with him. But remember, he also could have vetoed this map. So he could have said, I don't want to play Gaia, I'm going to veto it. But he's been happy with the map, and we'll see what he can do with this. See, Ghostlake chucking a lot of villages onto wood is going to be booming up the right-hand side of the map, as well as what Mister's doing with his fishing ships as well. He's going to be booming up that side as well. So, I don't know what else to say really. I think Ghostlake should probably grab both sides of the water as well as Mister, because Guy is really strong on water. Like, not really strong. She's just got cheaper fishing ships. They only cost 45 wood as opposed to the 50 wood. So you can produce like one more every 10 or so. That's probably not the right math, but you can produce more for less. That's basically the general thing. We'll see exactly what can happen here. Ghostlake's just harassing an Oracle Scout now with his scouts, so he's actually going to show what's actually going to be able to happen. We see Ghostlake getting that second dock up on the other side of the map. So, house is going off for Ghostlake. This is the early stage of the game. There's not much to say. I don't know enough about Gaia to say this is what Gaia can do, but I can say the guy can produce lots of fishing ships and lots of stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I can say. Ghostlake, on the other hand, he can fast heroic. He can go through Dionysus. One thing which Gaia is weak against is is myth units, because they don't have any. They don't have valor, and heroes cost a lot. So Ghostlake can definitely produce Skylar and even go the route of getting Hydra later to deal with what Mr. produces and win that. But we have to remind ourselves that Mr.'s not going to go through Prometheus because he can't. So he's probably going to go through. I wish I knew what the god was called. I think it's Leto. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Leto, the one with the god which has the plant as his god power, the Caladria as the myth unit, and also has a myth unit for the water. It's called a Nereid or something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen Gaia played and seen. Oh, is it Oceanus? I think it's Oceanus. Yes, Oceanus. There we go. And I can. It's got a myth unit is Servant and Caladria. The god power is Carnivora. I'm so bad. I'm sorry. Okay. Leto is the automaton one, I think. I could be wrong. I'm so stupid. And we see Mister's grabbed that second dock up on the left hand side of the map, right hand side of the map. Is both players at the moment. They've both got a bunch of fish. Oh, it looks like Ghostlake's got a bit of a fishing bug as well. So I don't. Ghostlake has a fishing bug. I wish I could tell him somehow that he's got a fishing bug, because that's really unfortunate. Because it doesn't show up as an idle fishing ship, so you don't know about it. But yeah, we see Barium's getting produced for Mister. They're actually really cheap. He's also getting the purse scene, which is 30% plus fishing ship gather rate. It is the strongest upgrade in the game. Like for full economy, it's 30%, more than 10%, which every other upgrade gives you. So, and it's really cheap as well. It's only 150 gold, 150 wood, and even cheaper for Gaia, because she gets cheaper upgrades. I think she gets a cheaper fishing ship upgrade. So he's just going to get that to get the extra food out. He might not win water, but he's going to get a bunch of food from that. He's also got that one Bareem doing something. Where's that servant gone? Do you not have it? He should have produced someone. I don't know. You see, this area is going down, so Mister's probably going to give up that side of the water because there's not a lot of point to fighting for it. Perhaps Persine was the wrong choice. He's actually building a couple of Murmillo in his base, so he's going to be able to use those to pick off either docks or any stray units and buildings. See an armory going up for Ghostlake, so Ghostlake definitely wants to go to the Heroic Cage really quickly to abuse Skylar. And we can see Mister's just pushing through on this left hand side. Okay, so Mister's under a little bit of pain now. So there's the Cyclops and the Theseus picking off the dock. There's a Bareem coming out now. She's going to attempt to do some damage, but he's just going to get picked off pretty much straight away. A couple of Bareem are being produced. Murmillo are now doing some damage to the temple of Ghostlake's. Ghostlake's actually got 4 villages on the temple, and I said this before, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, but 3 villages is better than 4 villages when gathering favor, because I don't remember the math, but there is a reason. Yeah, there is a reason, and it adds up to having less. You add up to getting less favor when having 4 villages on a temple than having 3, so you're better off not, or the same. I think you get the same amount of favor for having 5 villages on a temple, and more if you have 6. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I'll work it out, and I'll make a post on RTS-Sanctuary about it at some point. I'll put the math there and show people, because it seems to be an issue which a lot of people do. They don't know. Like yeah, more villages is better, but it's not. Okay, so Ghostlake's gone through Dionysus. He's currently got 2 Scarlet out. Mister's got a bunch of Bareems out. He's got... he doesn't have an armory up yet, and he's been fishing up this top side quite nicely, so he's got a lot of food from that. He's also throwing off counter barracks and all that other good junk. Theseus getting picked off there. I don't really understand why Ghostlake's throwing away that Theseus. I don't really understand what Mister can do at this point. Like he can go mythic, keep fighting on this left side of the map, he's not going to be able to do anything apart from distract at this point. Oh, there's his servant. So Mister's been just been a nuisance with that servant picking off fishing ships or something like that. And basically Mister's just distracting with these bareems for time so he can continue to gather some food and stuff like that. If perhaps Mister decides to, what he can do is he can go heroic age, plant like 15 palaces in the middle of the map, and then just control gold. This is the right strategy. This is the right strategy. Lame the shit out of the game. It's one thing which Gaia can do probably better than anyone else because she gets more resources, so she can put more buildings down basically. So we'll see what Mister does. Mister's getting a second town center though instead of that. Doesn't want to do that. He's going to be losing his dock. He's got 4 fishing ships in there. Couldn't be doing anything with those. Scala now coming in, trying to pick off some fishing ships. It's got 2 heads, so it does 40 damage. So it's probably going to be able to pick off that fishing ship. Yep, there we go. Must manage to pick it off, but it's going to die. And a carnivore are getting planted next to the gold mine just to prevent it from getting mined, I guess. But that's not really much point to that because Ghostlake has an entire other gold mine that you can use. But carnivore are getting picked off, and yeah. So if Mister can get gold control, it's going to be really, really powerful. However, there's 3 gold mines which Ghostlake can choose to gather from, and I don't think that Mister has the ability to plant towers and fortresses on all of them. It looks like he's still auto-queuing units. Got some farms up as well. Got some villages on wood, and he's really just a little bit behind in the economy. So he's excuse me while I die. Mister's just going to be putting pressure on multiple locations and forcing Ghostlake's hand to be in multiple spots at once. And this is the correct way to play: is Atlantean attack multiple places. And you can see he's picked off houses up here, and he's picked off whatever up over on the right-hand side of the map. Basically, he's going to get this town center up. Ooh, maybe not. That Hydra's does a lot of damage. He's not going to be able to get that up just yet. He's going to have to fight off this army of Ghostlakes. Now, I don't think he's actually got enough units to deal with that Hydra, even if he does heroize 1 or 2 of them. He has managed to kill off a Hypaspists though, which is going to be a bonus. And Mister is still just attacking stuff left, right, and center, distracting Ghostlake for as long as possible. He's using a hero terma to deal damage to that Hydra, but you can see how little damage it does. Like, it's only about 30 damage a shot, and the Hydra just kills it in like kills the hero terma in like 3 shots. And it's just going to keep on gathering more heads and dealing more damage as this game goes on. I think perhaps what a good option for Mister would be to go to the heroic age, get Stymphalian birds, and produce a lot of them, and then he'd be able to deal with the myth units because the only counter that Ghostlake would have to Stymphalian birds would be Horta, and you can pick her off with relative ease. And the Stymphalian birds, I think they have a bonus. Well, I think all myth units have a bonus against myth units, so they do a fair amount of damage to them as well. So Mister's struggling to get this 3rd town center up. However, he's going to be losing his citizen. He's going to have to send another one over to that town center, which he is doing instantly. Ghostlake, on the other hand, is moving these infantry up to a little bit of an aggressive position. They're not going to really be able to do much. They might be able to pick off a tower or 2, but they're sort of just there for scouting, I think. Again, 4 villages? Yeah. Unfortunate. I don't know. Maybe at some point we'll be able to enlighten people about how good maths is and using it when playing video games. Ghostlake grabbing this 3rd town center. Mister gonna try and stop that for as long as possible with his carnivore. You can actually use this Caladria as a massive distraction because she doesn't take any damage while moving around. A couple of the Terma have been heroized as well, so he's going to be using those to pick off the Hydra, and you can see that the Hydra is taking a significant amount of damage from them. That was one volley and most of the arrows missed, so it is possible for Mr. to pick off these Hydra, be it hard. It's definitely possible. He has to sink a lot of resources into Terma. Unfortunately for Mr. got his Chariot Ballista out of position. He doesn't really have any tank units to stop the Hippocons and such going to town on the Chariot Ballista. But it looks like Mr.'s army is strong enough at the moment to deal with what's happening here. And he can utilize the Chariot Ballista to stop the town center from going up and force Ghostlake back. So now Mr.'s got the opportunity to grab 4 town centers up and see if he can win this game like that. So basically, like, while Guy is really bad against myth units, still heroes are really strong. But if like you have, if Ghostlake had an army, then instead of just 2 Hydra, he could have definitely been able to stop that. And now what's happening is Ghostlake's going for a second gold mine. I don't know if Mr. knows this or not, if he's seen it, but if he moves over now and he pushes in, there's not much Ghostlake can do to stop this push, just because there's so many units for Mr. and not a lot of units for Ghostlake. And Mr.'s army's so like strong. It's not like a normal Terma-based Uranus army. He's got infantry, and he's got Chariot Ballista, and he's got Terma. So everything he needs to deal with what Ghostlake's got. But bronze is being used now. We'll see if Ghostlake can hold here. He's trying to pick off as much as he can, but that's a lot of armor. There's a lot of armor, but the catapults still do like, what's that, 200% damage against Hippocon per hit, so that's like 15 damage a hit, which is crazy. And more Hydra coming into the fight now. Is Mr. going to the heroic age yet? Looks like Mr.'s just sinking everything into this push. Unfortunately for him, he's going to have to retreat back a little bit away from the tower fire, and then he's going to be able to start volleying at that Hydra, picking it off, picking up that mage shield. And now what's happening is that Watchtower is going to be focus firing the counter barracks, so Ghostlake needs to start microing the Watchtower to fight if Mr. chooses to fight underneath it. I don't know what's actually happening in terms of this Terma here, but looks like Ghostlake's looks like Mr. just feels content with moving back and forth and not letting it die. He's so troll. He's just letting it attack him. I don't understand why. Why, Mister? Why? I don't understand. Oh, so troll. Now, Hydra's getting picked off over here, and basically, if Mr. can get to the heroic age now and plant a forward palace on this location, then he can get some destroyers in and he can move in. Ghostlake's now researching boiling oil. I don't know the stats on boiling oil, but I remember reading a post at some stage saying that it didn't do that great, didn't do much. But I don't know. I don't know anything at all. We see the heavy Hippocon of Ghostlake's getting picked off right now by Mr. Mr. moving his army over. He was trying to stop that center getting up. Oh, no, the town center was already up. I don't know why he was moving those units. Anyways, it looks like the town center of Ghostlake, he wants to get that up, but he's not going to be able to because Mister's got his entire army, or half of his army over there, and Ghostlake's just not able to produce. I don't actually think it comes down to Ghostlake not being able to produce. I think Ghostlake's over-economized for what he had. He doesn't have that extra 20 population from the town center, so he doesn't have like enough units to do anything. That's why there's such a score difference. It's not because Ghostlake's so far ahead of Mr. that it matters. It's because Ghostlake's got a lot of resources in the bank because he hasn't been able to spend them on units because he doesn't have the population to do so. So Mr's still sitting in a really nice spot at the moment. And he's just going to start raiding. I don't even think raiding villages is a useful use of your time, apart from stopping and gather gold, because wood doesn't matter wood doesn't matter for Ghostlake. It doesn't matter if he has wood. Gold's what matters. So if he could raid this point, but he doesn't know it's there, he obviously scouted it, and it looks like Ghostlake's still sinking more population into units. And if Mr. can just keep Ghostlake off that third town center, then I think he can actually take this game. And we do see Thea getting research finally for Mista, so that's going to allow him to produce even more units with those free population dryads, which is going to be really nice for Ghostlake. Sorry, really nice for Mista, and then Mista might even be able to grab that town center. And perhaps also Mista can go to the Mythic Age at some point, but remember he doesn't have all too much. He doesn't have all too much economy because he doesn't have the fishing ships, of which Ghostlake has. Ghostlake's still producing villages. He's got his markets up. I wouldn't be unhappy to see Ghostlake going through Hephaestus, but I feel like perhaps that earthquake would be better, so you could use it on this location and then take that gold mine there, and the game would be a little bit easier for him because you'd be picking off one town center. There'd be less population for Mr. B to be sinking into army and all that other stuff. But Stimphily and Birds are out now, so they can deal with pretty much everything Ghostlake has now without taking any damage. So that's a nice thing. And Mr. still using his army just to be picking off a couple of units, but he's not really doing anything with them at the moment, unfortunately. It's sort of interesting to see how Ghostlake's playing this game. He's really going hard on the economy. I don't know if that's a good choice at all, because the guy doesn't need as many units to get economy, and yeah. Especially because like Ghostlake's got almost all the upgrades. Like he doesn't have quarry. Like he's got all the upgrades now. Yeah, so he doesn't really need that many villages at all. Like you can just literally send them over here and start attacking stuff. Like that's literally what he can do, and just let them die. But do we see Mythic Age coming up? Yeah, we see Artemis, so he's gonna kill this nation, I believe. He's got a fortress up as well. He's got water towers, so he can start Petropoli, harassing the town center without any fear of that getting killed. And that's going to force Mr. to take this town center, sacrifice that town center, and then he's not really going to be able to do anything with that. There we go. We do see Hecate being researched by Mr. as well. So Mr's going to be able to use Hecate on this location to prevent the gold income for at least some time, or this location over here to prevent wood income, or this location as well to prevent gold. So he can use that in any which way he wants, and we'll see if Mr. can utilize the Mythic Age in a good way. Where's he's definitely okay. He's chucking his Tartarian Gate over to harass the town center. Mason's getting researched right after the Mythic Age is getting picked up by Ghostlake to prevent his buildings dying quickly. Guard towers are up for Ghostlake, but he doesn't have any population to produce that Petropoli. It's kind of funny though that this Tartarian Gate is actually beneficial to Ghostlake, because losing villages isn't a bad thing for Ghostlake at the moment. If his economy is like in such a state, he's got excess food, he's got excess wood, he's a little bit low on gold, but everything else is just great. So Mr's just pushing in now. He's got the Tartarian Gate, and Mythic Age has been hit for Ghostlake through Artemis, so he's got the ability to use Earthquake. So we'll see if Ghostlake has the ability to keep pushing through here. The thing is though, that Ghostlake continue to spam, and I don't know if Mr. can or not. He is producing a lot of villages still, and he is continuously producing units from his barracks, and that's about it. He's going to be losing his fortified town center, unfortunately. Pallets going up for Mr. though, so he's going to be attempting to utilize destroyers to move in and take out this position to retake his fortified town center at some point. And with that town center going down, it means that Mr's no longer going to have his population advantage. But whether that's a big thing or not, who knows. Now the Hydra getting converted by the Lampade, it's not always a good thing. It's not a bad thing either, I guess. It just means that he's not going to be getting microed. It's just good. He's still going to be doing damage though. Can you see Ghostlake picking off all the buildings around his town center because Gaia's Lush prevents buildings getting built around it, which means that you can't take the town center. But yeah, is that the last gold mine on the map? Geez, gold mines go fast in this game. Generally, like, gold mines last until like 30 minutes, but on Anatolia, there's so little gold mines that they get expired by like the 25-minute mark. And you have to rely on your trade route, which Mister's doing, but it would not be adverse for him to build his market over here instead. It's going to be a longer trade route than there. But he must be afraid of the siege ships being able to take stuff as well. It looks like Mister's still got an army which is of use, and he's still very strong, and you might want to consider getting that town center up right in the middle of the map. As BoIt still rages for it, and he just hasn't managed to get it. I don't know if he's sitting at he's got no resources. Yeah, Mister's actually struggling economically. He doesn't have any gold at the moment. Oh, and Mister just tapped out. GG.